Hey there. Ready to go back in time with us?
Oh, yeah.
This deep dive is taking us straight out of Compton.
Love it.
You know the song, you've blasted it in your car, but today we're going deep.
Right.
Unpacking the lyrics,
Yeah.
the context, and the legacy of N.W.A.'s explosive track.
Big one.
Straight out of Compton.
It's classic.
The song didn't just change music. It changed how America saw an entire generation.
Absolutely. It's amazing how one song could capture such a raw
It is.
and unapologetic picture of that time and place.
Yeah.
N.W.A. really were pioneers.
For sure.
A new sound.
Yeah.
A new way of speaking truth to power through gangsta rap.
Totally. It's like they ripped the lid off a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And let the world hear what was brewing in Compton.
Right.
But before we dissect those lyrics,
Okay.
set the scene for us.
All right.
What was going on in Compton in the late 80s that fueled this fire?
Well, Compton in the late 80s,
Yeah.
it was marked by economic hardship,
Okay.
gang violence, and a really strained relationship with law enforcement, especially for young black men.
Right.
It felt like the system was stacked against them.
Yeah.
So when N.W.A. burst onto the scene with Straight Outta Compton,
Yeah.
their music reflected that reality.
Okay.
It was raw,
Yeah.
unfiltered, an expression of anger,
Right.
frustration,
Yeah.
and just survival,
Wow.
you know?
Okay, so they weren't just rhyming for fun.
Nope.
They were reporting on a lived experience.
Exactly.
Now, the song opens with Ice Cube's verse.
Yeah.
And that first line hits hard.
Oh, yeah.
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. That's not just an introduction.
Yeah.
It's a statement.
Big time.
What kind of persona is he building here?
So Ice Cube's verse,
Yeah.
it's a masterclass in creating a powerful persona.
Okay.
He's cultivating this image of being dangerously unpredictable, almost a force of nature, you know?
Right.
He's aggressive.
Yeah.
He's defiant. But more importantly, he's smart.
Okay.
He's using this crazy image to demand respect
I see.
in a system that's constantly trying to write him off.
So he's not just crazy. He's crazy like a fox.
Exactly.
Using that aggression to flip the script
Yep.
and force people to pay attention.
Make him listen.
Like he's saying,
Yeah.
you might fear me,
Uh-huh.
but you better respect me.
Exactly. And that ties into the overall theme of the song.
Okay.
Defiance against authority,
Mm.
particularly the police.
It's
This runs through pretty much every verse.
Yeah.
And Ice Cube sets the tone right from the start.
Speaking of challenging authority,
Oh, yeah.
let's jump to Eazy-E's verse.
All right.
He doesn't hold back when it comes to the police.
Yep.
This line, specifically.
Yeah, okay.
See, I don't give a fuck, that's the problem. I see a motherfucking cop, I don't dodge him.
Whoa.
That's pretty intense for 1988.
Yeah, you have to understand the historical context. The relationship between the police and the black community in Compton at that time. Incredibly tense.
Right.
It was a time of racial profiling,
Yeah.
police brutality, a very real feeling that law enforcement was more of an occupying force
Wow.
than a protector.
So lines like that weren't just shocking.
Right.
They reflected a reality from it.
A lived reality.
Right, so it's fueling that us versus them mentality
Yeah.
where the police are seen as the enemy,
Right.
not protectors.
Absolutely. And Eazy,
Yeah.
in his verse, he's basically embracing being an outlaw. He's not backing down. He's not conforming.
No.
He's even rapping about bailing herself out if he gets caught.
Wow.
There's a real sense of, I'm not playing by your rules
Oh, yeah.
throughout his verse.
Okay, so he's drawing a line in the sand.
Totally.
Making it clear he won't be intimidated.
Nope.
And there's a line in his verse that always chills me.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
This is the autobiography of the E, and if you ever fuck with me, you'll get taken by a stupid dope brother who will smother.
This is a heavy one.
It's not just a threat.
Right.
It feels like he's laying out the consequences
For sure.
of crossing him.
Yeah, you're spot on.
Yeah.
Eazy-E's verse is so powerful because he's not just talking about abstract concepts.
I see.
He's using storytelling
Okay.
to paint this vivid picture
Yeah.
of life in Compton.
Right.
He's establishing his credibility,
Uh-huh.
showing his words have weight
Okay.
because they're backed by real experiences and real
Yeah,
consequence.
that's what makes it so impactful.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
But he's not just spitting rhymes.
Nope.
He's sharing a story.
Uh,
It makes you realize that survival in Compton wasn't about talking tough.
No.
It was about navigating
yeah,
a very real and dangerous landscape.
for sure. And that's what gives the song its authenticity. It's not just music, you know?
Yeah.
it's a window into a world. Right.
That many people outside of Compton
Yeah.
had never seen, never heard before.
You know, listening to Eazy-E's verse,
Yeah.
it strikes me how the song balances that harsh reality with this unapologetic swagger.
Oh, yeah.
They're talking about serious issues, but there's also this fierce pride in who they are and where they come from.
That duality is what makes gangsta rap so compelling.
I see it.
It's this mix of vulnerability and aggression, social critique, and self-aggrandizement.
Interesting.
It's about speaking truth to power,
right,
but also claiming your own power, your own identity.
And they do it with such lyrical skill.
They do.
The rhymes are complex.
Oh, yeah.
The wordplay's clever, and the delivery is just raw energy.
Pure fire.
It's impossible not to feel the intensity in their voices.
Yeah, their lyrical prowess is undeniable. They were true poets of the streets, crafting narratives that were both captivating
and unsettling.
For sure.
They could paint such a vivid picture with words.
Right.
You feel like you're right there in Compton.
Yeah, like you're experiencing it alongside them.
Exactly.
Now, MC Ren's verse dives deeper into this idea of Compton as an identity. He raps, "Compton's in the house, yo, let's tear it down."
Powerful.
It's not just about destruction.
No.
It's about making a statement.
Right. MC Ren's verse really highlights how Compton becomes more than just a location. It transforms into a symbol. It represents struggle, resilience, and a fierce pride in their roots. You're reclaiming the narrative about their city.
Interesting.
Flipping the script on those who might view it negatively.
It's like they're saying, you might see Compton as a problem, but to us, it's home. It's where we come from. It's who we are.
Right.
And we're not ashamed of it.
Exactly. And that sense of pride and ownership resonates throughout the entire song. They're putting Compton on the map.
Yeah.
Not just geographically, but culturally. As a place that breeds talent, strength, and a unique perspective on the world.
And it's interesting how that idea
What's that?
of representing your city or your neighborhood became such a hallmark of gangster rap.
It did.
It wasn't just about where you were from.
Right.
It was about wearing that identity as a badge of honor.
You're right. N.W.A. set a precedent for rappers to embrace their roots and tell their own stories, paving the way for artists who came after them to do the same.
They made it okay to be proud of where you came from.
Yeah.
Even if the world didn't always understand it.
For sure.
Or respect it.
Absolutely.
But this song wasn't just about local pride.
No.
It sparked a national conversation.
It did.
I mean, they even got the attention of the FBI.
Oh, yeah.
With this track. Yeah. Straight Outta Compton wasn't just controversial.
No.
It was considered dangerous by some.
Really?
The FBI sent a warning letter.
No way.
To their record label. Expressing concern about the song's depiction of violence against law enforcement.
Wow.
It became a First Amendment case.
Interesting.
With many defending the group's right to free speech.
So their music was actually seen as a threat.
It was.
That's crazy to think about.
It is.
How a song could generate that level of reaction.
It speaks to the power of music.
Yeah.
As a form of social commentary.
It does.
N.W.A. may not have set out to be revolutionaries.
Right.
But their music gave a voice. To a generation that felt marginalized and misunderstood.
And when that voice is raw, unfiltered, and challenging the status quo, it can be incredibly disruptive.
Right.
In a good way.
It definitely shook things up.
It did.
I remember the first time I heard this song.
Oh, yeah.
It was like nothing I'd ever heard before.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It was raw. It was aggressive.
Yeah.
But there was also this sense of truth in it.
Right.
Like they were pulling back the curtain on a reality that most people were ignoring.
And that's what makes this song so powerful.
Yeah.
It's a raw and unflinching look at life in Compton.
Yeah.
But it also speaks to these larger issues. Social injustice, police brutality, systemic racism.
Right. Themes that are still relevant today.
Unfortunately, yes.
Exactly. It's a song that has resonated with generations.
It has.
Because it speaks to those universal experiences of feeling marginalized, misunderstood, and angry at a system that seems rigged against you.